What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I got some new news concerning Anthony Joshua. It is official. Anthony Joshua will make his U.S. debut at Madison Square Garden June 1st or June 8th to take on no other than Jerrell Big Baby Miller in Madison Square Garden. You know, Jerrell Big Baby Miller is a New York native, so this should be fun. He's in the top 10. He's undefeated. He's 23-0 with 20 knockouts, okay? I think he has one no decision or one draw or whatever, but he hasn't lost. He has a big mouth. He sells himself. He sold himself throughout the year, you know, for this fight. I'm glad they came to terms, and I'm glad for a new fight for Anthony Joshua. I don't want any redos. You know, as much as Dillian White was a formidable opponent for Anthony Joshua, I'm glad he's fighting Jerrell Big Baby Miller now. Because, you know, I'm not a really big thing for fights that already happened. You know, especially if they ended by knockout. You know what I mean? So it really didn't. It would be different if this was a close fight, or, you know what I mean? It was a knockout, bro. It was a legitimate knockout. He got knocked out badly. They didn't even make the count. It was a KO, not a TKO, not a, you know, third knockdown route, none of that. It was a knockout. So because it was a knockout, that's why I wouldn't want to see a Dillian White Anthony Joshua fight in Wembley. You know what I mean? Because it's just, it had already happened. It's too redundant. I want to see someone new. I want to see Anthony Joshua punch Jerrell Miller in the face. And I want to see Jerrell Miller punch Anthony Joshua in the face like he stated he wanted to do. You know, I want to know if the bark is bigger than the bite. And I want to know if Anthony Joshua has some type of ill will. And the buildup will be massive on Jerrell Miller's end. Think about it. He's going to stop eating his cheeseburgers, so he's going to be grumpy. So he's going to have a lot of shit to say. I think he's a hydroglycemic, which is a person that gets really pissed off when he doesn't eat what he wants. And because of that, he's going to give Anthony Joshua hell verbally. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, it's exciting to say because Anthony Joshua is going to Madison Square Garden. I will be there live. I will cover it live. You know, I've never been to Madison Square Garden before for a boxing match, so I look forward to go there and cover it myself. You know, the date is June 1st or June 8th, and I'm glad it's finally happening. You know, two undefeated fighters, massive. You know, Anthony Joshua's 250, Jerrell Miller's 300 pounds, so it's damn near 500 pounds of flesh throwing bows in the ring. You know what I mean? When they collide, it's going to be like The Thing versus Hulk or something like that. It's going to be a nice fight, man, and I look forward to it, you know, so everyone else can chill right now. So Deontay can chill. He can go over there and focus on Fury, and you know what I mean? And then now Joshua can focus on his opponent, Jerrell Miller, and Dillian White can focus on fighting one of the people that he's supposed to fight anyway to continue being that next badass, okay? So, and he has a long road ahead of him. You know, the road is hard and long, and everyone has their own path, okay? So the path has been picked. There's someone in their path right now, and they have to fulfill their path. So, you know, I like it. I like the idea of Jerrell Big Baby Miller. He's undefeated again, you know. I'm glad he didn't go to the NFL, and actually I just posted a video about him going to the NFL. I was a little behind a little bit. But, you know, I wanted to make that out there because that was an option for him. And I knew why the reason he wanted to do that. But check out that video. It's still valid to a certain excuse because, you know, that option's still on the table. But he has agreed to the terms with Anthony Joshua. So Anthony Joshua does have a dancing partner once again. Okay. It's going to be a little farther from September to December to June. So what is that, about 8 months? You know, so it throws him off a little bit because he's anticipated fighting at Wembley on April 13th. Hopefully Eddie Hearn can put somebody else in that slot. You know, you can forget about Khan and Brooke, but, you know, maybe someone else and, you know, or another fight. Who knows? You know, Eddie Hearn's always doing something. He has something up his sleeve, so he could probably figure something out. But I don't think it's like other people say, the skeptics say that, oh, he's going to lose. He's going to have a bad relationship with Wembley. Don't believe that shit. You know what I mean? It's insurance on canceling fights, you know what I mean, or canceling events. Okay. The man's not stupid. You know, his dad is one of the best businessmen boxing wise in the world, or once was, Barry Hearn. So he learned from the best. He knows what to do in certain situations. And if it was that case, he would have to fight in Wembley if that was the case. You know what I mean? In that case, Jerrell Miller would have to go to the UK. But he doesn't. He's going, you know, Anthony Joshua's coming to America, so he's silencing the critics. You know, critics are going to talk anyway, because they've heard, you know, people are going to say, well, why did he fight Deontay in America? You know, you're going to hear that, okay? And he ain't, you know, Deontay Wilder ain't answered to a contract since, you know, the $15 million. So, I mean, we can't even talk about him right now. But anyway, he is showing that, hey, he wants to come over to the U.S. He can shut Lennox Lewis up for another, you know what I mean? And other those old heads that said, oh, he needs to come over here, you know what I mean? And he's making all that damn money over there. But it is good. I think when he's seen Canelo knockout fielding, I think that did ignite a spark. It definitely planted a seed. And he wanted to go and get some of that glory like Canelo did. You know what I mean? But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about Anthony Joshua making his U.S. debut in Madison Square Garden versus Jerrell Miller. Of course, guys, leave your comments below. Please subscribe. You guys been Counterpunched. Peace.